So we finally got chapter 108 of Chainsaw Man. It's basically a continuation of the fight between Asa and Yuko. However, we did actually get some new information in regards to how the War Devil's ability works, and we also got a big introduction to a new character that I think is very important, because I think we just got introduced to one of the other 4 Horsemen of Apocalypse, but we'll get into it. But the chapter itself kicks off with Asa trying to reason with Yuko, and she's basically saying that you killed a bunch of people, so I need to take care of the situation. But the weird thing about Yuko and her sense of justice is that she doesn't believe that she has done anything wrong to a certain extent, because she's like, oh, I didn't kill that many, maybe 3 or 4 people, but the gun devil killed over 1 million people. I just killed a few bad people, so I think it's okay. That's basically what she's saying. So her sense of justice isn't really in line with how the justice system operates, right? Where you're typically charged for the severity of the crime itself. So if you steal something, you get an appropriate sentence for that. If you kill someone, you get the appropriate sentence for that. In Yuko's version of justice, it doesn't matter what you did or the severity of the crime you committed, you deserve to die for it, which I think could be a problem. But Asa does have a plan to stop Yuko, which Yuko is aware of since she has the ability to read thoughts. We then see Asa or Asa question the War Devil on how to use her ability to create weapons, because you know the War Devil has the ability to turn anything she touches into a form of weaponry, which she has done in prior chapters. The War Devil then explains that she just needs to touch something that belongs to her and then call its name, which Asa then uses this knowledge to turn her entire uniform into a sword. And the funny thing about this is that she could have just turned the overall itself into a sword. She didn't need to turn the entire uniform and leave herself naked, but you know, we have to have some sort of fan service, which is totally fine. But in an interesting turn of events, she didn't take out the sword to attack Yuko. She wanted to go after the bullies herself, or basically that's what she claimed, but Yuko then stops her and explains why she's doing what she's doing. She says that if I kill bullies in a notorious devil attack, bullies across Japan will get scared and bullying would decrease. It could stop altogether, not just yours, but all the bullying in Japan. So basically what she's trying to become is some sort of bully prevention devil by scaring people into thinking that if I bully someone, a devil will attack me and kill me, then bullying would decrease across Japan, which I think is a logical assumption. I do think the plan does make sense if she does it on a wider scale, because like if she just does it to these bullies, then people think that okay, maybe these bullies did something to a specific person and that person had a contract with the devil and that's how they died, you know? Or maybe they died for another reason. So to have this affect bullying on a wider scale, she needs to attack multiple people in multiple sections of Japan and make sure it's known it's because they are bullies. So she has to have witnesses and she needs to let them know that these bullies died because they are bullies, you know? And then she says that she can become a symbol of justice just like Chainsaw Man, which I don't think Chainsaw Man is really a symbol of justice per se. I do think that he does kill devils because he likes doing it, but I don't think he does it to bring justice or anything like that. I just think he likes doing it and he does it because he just likes doing it, you know? But hey, if people see you as a symbol of justice for doing something you like doing, then I'm all for it, you know? But then the War Devil then asked Yuko what did she give the Justice Devil in exchange for the powers, and Yuko says that there was no give, only receive. She says that when she received this power, she was given a heart that shines the light of justice along with it. I don't know what that means, but that's what she said. Yuko then turns to leave to go kill the last bully, and then Asa attacks her using the sword she created using her school uniform. And at first, it seems as if the attack didn't affect Yuko since she blocked it with one of her legs, but then all of a sudden her body just came apart in multiple pieces. The War Devil was somewhat surprised because the weapons she created using people were always average, but she shouldn't really be surprised because she explained in a prior chapter that if you create a weapon using something that you cherish or something that's close to you, then that weapon is way stronger than any other weapon she can create. It doesn't matter what she used, right? But the thing is that the War Devil didn't know that the uniform was close to Asa because she says that her mom bought it for her before she died. And we know that Asa kind of holds herself responsible for her mom dying because she's the one who went back to save the cat and her mom ended up dying because her mom went back to save her, you know? But Asa then says to Yuko that she didn't mean to do this and begs her not to die, and then all of a sudden someone just pops up on panel and offers to save Yuko. And this person then says anything for my little sister in response to Asa saying that she wants her to save Yuko. And Asa is rightfully confused as to why this person is calling her little sister, because she doesn't know her. The chapter then ends with Yuko reviving and turning into this big giant monster. Now if you go back to the character that was just introduced, I would place my bets on this character being one of the 4 horsemen. In fact, I would even place my bets on it being the Horseman of Death. And I'll get into why, but it being a horseman is very obvious, because we know that Makima was one of the horsemen, and we can go into the mythology behind it to see why she lines up with her being a control devil. And then we have the Horseman of War, which is the War Devil, who is currently possessing Asa. And the similarities between Makima and the War Devil is that they both have the same eyes, and that is linked to them being one of the horsemen. And this new character also has the same eye design, so it's more likely that this character is one of the horsemen. Now the reason why I say it's a Horseman of Death is that the Horseman of Death probably has the ability to control life itself and bring people back to life, which is basically what it did for Yuko in this situation. So it could be that Yuko actually did die and the Horseman of Death brought her back to life. So I think that's what she did with her ability, because the Horseman of Death probably has the ability to control life itself and not just kill people, but also just control life in general, you know? So I do think that if this is a horseman, this would be the horseman. The Horseman of Death would be the one who has this ability to do so, you know? Or you could say it's Nayuta, because, you know, Nayuta is the reincarnation of Makima, and Makima could control, you know, corpses for some reason, because she had the control of the zombie devil, or was it the angel devil? We do know that she was able to control the corpses of Power and, you know, the other fiends and stuff. For some weird reason, she just had them lined up outside, but they could still be dead, but this character seems to be alive. I'm referring to Yuko here, so I don't think it's Makima. She doesn't have the ability to bring people back to life, but I do think that if Yuko is back to life, if she did die, then the logical answer would be the Death Devil, or the Horseman of Death to be more accurate. And she did call Asa her sister, which would be more in line with the Death Devil calling the War Devil her sister, because, you know, they're the 4 horsemen, so they're related in some sense, I suppose. So yeah, I do think this is a Death Devil, which will be very interesting to see what happens next. The funny thing about death is that you think death would be a primordial fear, because people should fear death since the beginning of time, right? Similar to darkness itself, which is why I think since the Death Devil isn't a primordial fear, because it's one of the 4 horsemen and stuff, I don't think primordial in the sense of Chainsaw Man means the first fears. I think primordial devils are devils that just existed before everyone else, before the concept of fear itself existed. I think darkness doesn't need fear to exist. I think darkness existed because there was darkness, you know? And I think chaos existed because there was chaos. I think there are devils that exist outside the realm of just fear itself. Although I do think fear makes them stronger, I do think they exist outside the realm of just people fearing them. I think that's what primordial means in the sense of Chainsaw Man, as opposed to them just being the first fears, because if that was the case, the Death Devil should be a primordial fear, you know, in my analysis of the series, I suppose. But all in all, I think it was a really good chapter, and I really want to see what happens next. Hopefully we finally see Denji. I don't know where he's gone. I don't know if he's in school or something. I don't know what's going on, because this fight has been going on for a while. You know, they already rang the alarm. If Denji was in school, he should have been there already. So I don't think Denji is in school currently. Maybe he's outside killing some other demons or something, or maybe he's at home. Maybe he just decided not to go to school today, and this was the worst time for the War Devil to enact this plan per se. But you know, I think it was a really good chapter otherwise. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys rate the chapter itself? Give a figure, you know, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, you know, 7 out of 10. Drop it in the comment section. But I also have this new video coming that explains where Pochita's power comes from. I do think Pochita is a primordial fear. I'm not gonna say what it is as yet because I don't want to spoil, but the video is coming explaining where these primordial devils came from, how they came into existence. I have all of it planned out. I'm gonna work on the video to get it out. So subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see that video. You know, turn on post notifications. And if you like this video, drop a like, and I'll see you guys soon. So peace out.